Hi guys. To be honest, I don't really know what to say. Welcome back, or should I say welcome again?
Welcome.
Yeah, or probably you are viewing us for the first time because guess what? Our channel got banned on YouTube, and we still aren't really aware of the fact why. Because we were just two young kids in mid 20s just trying to review Formula One from women's perspective. But guess what? It is what it is. Like,
It is what it is. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you the number of times Anupama has said to me yesterday on a call that, Mugdha, it is what it is. We need to just, move on and forward
We
and
we we
probably,
genuinely, yeah, we genuinely need to move on from the fact that it got banned. We appealed, it still did not come back, and here we are. We are on another channel, so do not worry. We are still the same, but yeah, the channel is a bit different.
yeah. So just leaving
Chapter
the
2 it
mess
is.
aside, yeah, leaving the mess aside, we have a lot to discuss. So welcome back to Trackside Talks with Anupama and Mugdha. And today we'll be reviewing the Canadian GP, which just was, pure cinema. Like,
Yeah,
there was a
exactly.
lot to um, as we said, it was a sprint
It was quite a lot to digest. So yeah, considering the fact that we were back after still quite a long time after the Miami GP for the Canadian GP in Montreal, it was honestly chaos. Chaotic Pro Max it was. What do you think?
I mean, totally. Like, although the whole paddock has been like full of drama, be it at the back of the grid,
Yeah,
but this time the front runners were so, power pack performance they were giving. It looked like a WWE, at some point
honestly.
because it wasn't just they were racing anymore. It was a battle of the best, I would say. And Mercedes totally deliver that, although they will have a lot of trouble at home to,
Yeah.
sort out. But let's get into it.
Honestly, it was as if the Silver War was back. Toto quite literally going onto the radio and saying, okay, like stop whining and like let's focus on the race. And even more so as compared to the race, I would say the sprint race was more chaotic
Yeah, sprint was really
because, yeah, extremely chaotic. So yeah, let's dive into it. What exactly happened?
what exactly happened was the end result was George winning the pole, but that pole had a lot of hard work from his side because Antonelli wasn't giving up easily. And what was going in McLaren's, driver's mind was let's just divide them and conquer the whole thing. And Norris was somehow, lucky enough to do that.
Yeah, agreed, honestly. But Antonelli's attack on Russell to take the lead and their back and forth was quite aggressive as well.
Yeah. And it was Canada. So I think so that groundhog situation happened during quali or
It was, I think, an FP1 accident where, yeah, it was an FP1.
yeah, Alex Albon of all people.
Yeah, who's got a multitude of animals at his house. Yeah.
It always maybe last time there were like leaves flying over, right? If I'm not wrong.
There were leaves flying over. There was quite a bit of like gust of wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, that groundhog incident also damaged the underside or the floor of his Williams, so he had quite a bit of damage after that incident.
Yeah, that's why they were not, even one of them weren't ended up in top 10 because in Miami, I guess Sainz did ended up, scoring points for Williams, but this time it
Yeah,
wasn't the case. So maybe th I should say thanks to Groundhog. No, I think it was a bad luck that
yeah, it
happened
was.
with Williams because to be honest, they really have a good car this season.
They
Probably
do.
in coming rounds they might just catch up. Let's
But
move
if
on.
you have
Yeah.
honestly missed out on the sprint race, not the quali or anything else, but you should go back on to whichever platform you're watching on, you go back and watch the sprint race. It was chaos at max.
I would say
Almost three incidents involving Antonelli and Russell for the lead, like they themselves like almost crashing into each other. Yeah, it was back and forth for them, like trouble in the Mercedes garage, I would say.
trouble in the Mercedes, McLaren trying to take an advantage over them, and we saw Max driving really well. Probably he has finally got hold of his car, and yeah, but given the fact that yeah, this season also I don't think so Cadillac will be far, कुछ अलग miracle तो होने नहीं वाला जो मुझे लग रहा है मे बी फॉर द नेक्स्ट ईयर्स
Yeah,
कार दे माइट डू बट इस सीजन तो नहीं है जितना हम एक्साइटेड
and
थे
even yeah, exactly. I mean, they are not going to put some, miracle walk and miracle race out of their pocket. It's not happening. I don't think, at least till the summer break. After summer break, they might get some development on the car regarding their tube or anything else. But yeah, I don't see. Even for Aston Martin as well, I'm not really sure what are they doing exactly because yeah, it's not showing up in the results.
yeah definitely like but when we talk about Audi for instance they are
Yeah,
somehow catching up in if we
they
compare
are. Yeah,
Cadillac Aston Martin and Audi together they are having an upper ground over these two I guess although Hulkenberg
yeah.
also just got some penalty in sprint race as well.
He did. He did end up getting.
And should we move on to the radio madness that we got to witness during the race, during the sprint and the quali?
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
he pushed me off. Let's start with that.
Like, and then like Bono coming in to say like, okay,
Let's
his
just focus
response,
on
and
the
then yeah, the race, and then again he was when Antonelli was like complaining about the situation, and then Toto coming onto the radio and saying, stop, stop, stop whining, and like let's
stop
focus on the
moaning
race
and
itself.
focus on the race. Yeah.
Yeah. But after the sprint race, you know what? There is a interview with the top three podium places. The media personnel was asking, I think Antonelli or George, the question regarding their clash on track, and Lando was like could not stop like laughing while he was on the couch sitting by himself. Oh my God, the both Mercedes drivers, their faces were like, oh my God, this is
Yeah,
like a World War III or whatever.
even when they parked the car, like after the sprint race, I didn't saw Kimi like having a conversation with George. George just straight up went to Norris, and I was just mocking them. What are they really talking about? Are they mocking? It was really fun.
It was,
And talking about
honestly.
radio, Charles' radio was really interesting. Ferrari always ends up giving us some really good moments
Uh,
at any
They
radio.
they are at this point the clown class of clowns or whatever you say. At
I
least
will cut you
strategy
short.
wise, I would.
Don't call them clown now, okay? Because we saw Hamilton scoring a P2 at Ferrari finally. He
Hamilton,
cared.
I mean, he has won at that racetrack for at least 7 times, if I'm not wrong. Okay.
Ferrari में नहीं
He's
किया ना.
won the अरे तो भाई तो किया तो है ना गाड़ी अलग है बंदा तो सेम है ना
गाड़ी कचरा गाड़ी में उसने P2 स्कोर किया है. Please just respect that, okay? Don't call
yeah
clown.
that is true that
But
is
वो
true
ये भी है कि there was this news article that I was reading कि he finally gave up on the Ferrari stimulator and that's why he ended up at P2. I think रखो
yeah
अपना
yeah yeah
stimulator अपने पास.
अपने बाद पहाड़ में जाए तुम्हारा सिमुलेटर अब गाड़ी ही चलाएंगे सिर्फ
Yeah, it was good. Probably his
yeah
family is quite lucky, for him. Every time his family member comes, he ends up, scoring points.
yeah his mother was at the track supporting him so it was great.
And what should else we talk
Talking
about?
about the actual race, okay, now let's talk about the main race. The tire strategy for the McLarens, for both McLarens, that is. Norris and Piastri, it did not go well at all.
I'm very happy it did.
They started on inters, and there was a small video where they were, I think, discussing with their engineers or their team regarding that they should not start on inters. But I don't think that the team really listened to them. They had to come back after a few laps.
Yeah, if you talk about like tire strategy, Ferrari, Mercedes, what what else? Red Bull, all were running softs. Majority of the grid was on softs, but these
Yeah,
McLaren, they were like, let us behave like Ferrari clowns this time and serve you
they
better
they
this.
yeah,
So let's start on Inters.
they took the Ferrari strategy on loan for their weekend itself, I think.
Maybe that's the case. Do let us
Yeah.
know in the comments what do you think? Like the curse on Ferrari has shifted to McLaren's, or this is just a one-time thing? We saw Max Verstappen scoring points for Red Bull at P3 in the race. What a drive for him.
Honestly, a great drive. Great drive. I would say great strategy as well from the beginning. Um, but I did not understand what their trial strategy was with McLaren. When you've got P3 and P4 as a starting grid position, you make the best out of it and you like analyze the situation as it is going on. There were a bit of like a small downpour before the starting of the race. I mean, that can be confusing, but you are McLaren. Please strategize accordingly.
They were thinking ki, the tire degradation that they saw in quali, they might end up seeing it in the main race
Yeah.
itself, but due to the temperature drop, it reversed fired for them, I guess. But it's good days, bad days. You actually learn from them, so it's just part of it. In quali, Isaac did not have a good quali as far as I can remember.
No.
He did not. We are still expecting a really great drive from him from Monaco because that's a good circuit to, show your best. I'm expecting a little downpour in Monaco if that can happen.
Yeah. I mean, Monaco as if we are considering the track as from a perspective of F1, it is not exactly very happening. But if you watch F2 or F3 in Monaco, it is a disaster. Last year, it was a disaster. Last to last year, there was some sort of like starting, like,
Starting procedure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
Even in
it
this
is,
race, if you, uh, I don't know, it was Arvind Lindpald और Gabriel Bortoleto, इन दोनों में से कोई एक था, that their engine wasn't starting up and then lights out होने वाली थी and it बहुत weird out हो गया था starting procedure.
there was a situation, yeah. Like talking about the start, Lando overtook both the Mercedes, right? Like
I'm
it,
telling you, he was trying to make the best out of their clash and their rep.
yeah, because Lando got a great start from P3, and then it was Kimi Antonelli at P2, and then it was George Russell. Although Piastri did not get a very good start, but yeah, if it wasn't for the tire strategy, he would have gotten a podium place for sure.
They have literally just fixed up their, battery and power unit issues, I feel.
Yeah,
So they are like, you can say, contended for the front runners, I would say.
yeah. But yeah, the race lead changed a lot this in this race. It did change a lot.
Yeah, till lap 30, it was pure fighting.
Yeah,
Actually, this is what you want to see in F1, I would say.
it is. It is true.
But they just don't probably hear me out, George and Kimi. Just don't forget that Mercedes is running for Constructors' Championship as well. Okay, it's not just a
Yes.
driver lineup because I don't want you to crash into each other and then just ruin your chances for constructors.
Like yeah, flashbacks of Spanish GP
McLaren,
20
even last year McLaren was like this only, na, because we were seeing a lot of
Yeah.
Drift
No, no, no.
wars, competition
I'm talking
classes.
about the 10-year 2016 Spanish GP where both the
Oh,
Mercedes crashed into each other. That
yeah,
thing.
that it
10
was
year
it was
anniversary.
about to happen.
They are about to recreate it at the 10-year anniversary, something or somehow. Feels like.
They are
The
like,
energy is there.
टोटो हम आपका खर्चा कराएंगे.
Yes. Meanwhile, Toto is like, मैं क्या करूँ भाई?
मैंने बना दी अच्छी
उतना
कार,
भी
अभी दोनों लड़ रहे हैं. Toto is like getting flashbacks of like the moment of the incident of Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton in cool down room. We might just see it happening once again. Can we see that, Anupama? There are
I
chances
would
or
love
what?
to. I would love to. I would love for the season to go into more dramatic phase
The
from now
rivalry.
on because, like, I don't think there is like, I know you have to do a clean race, but don't make it clean for the audience. Like, we would love to have some drama on the track. We did have drama on the track this race as well because suddenly Russell suffers a technical issue and quite literally stops on the track.
I don't know, like, what really happened with the car. They're saying that they're still investigating about the fact whether it was power unit or just God knows. Maybe
There
just
is no
Toto
news
was like,
about that.
it's like
Toto basically flipped a coin that if he wants to make Antonelli win or George lose. So basically Antonelli is winning.
winning. Yeah. He was like, let me just save up on my resources. एक गाड़ी को ही fix करना ठीक है, rather than
हाँ.
both of them colliding and ruining the damage. Let's just turn the
Yeah,
switch off one of the
but oh
Mercedes.
my God, man,
The
that
bad luck,
video
bad.
from that his car, like or
The
his
frustration
own
was
car.
real.
Yeah, I mean he was fined 5,000 euros.
Yeah. Then he apologized also.
Yeah, he apologized as well. He posted both, I think, on Instagram and on Twitter,
On
I
Twitter.
think. Yeah.
I mean, what do you expect out of him?
I mean, he did quite literally apologize to the marshals and the FIA for obviously making the job harder. But imagine you are driving your car and you can actually win the race, and you've been like struggling with your teammate regarding the race win for the past 3 races, which your teammate has won already. You've got a chance to win this race, and suddenly your car just stops. I would fling myself onto the track.
He's like,
Oh
I
my
will
God.
not let anybody else race as well. This was my race.
Yeah. That there is a photo of him quite literally throwing his
Yeah,
headrest, and that
yeah.
headrest is in the air. Yeah, that's quite funny, but also very frustrating as a driver. I would understand.
I mean, George literally deserves a championship to win, but all the odds are against him.
Against him. It's been since the
Kimi
past four
enter the
races.
picture.
Yeah. Like
I mean,
you finally get out of your team making bad cars. Now your team has actually constructed a really good car with which you can actually
win.
win the championship and go towards that world champion thing, and then enters your teammate who is like 19 years old, like a decade younger than you almost, and then comes out and then wins every race.
It's not even about like winning. For example, this randomly I got a thought of Nick DeVries. Like
Yeah.
last season he was in there, and he was not young. He was probably an older guy, but everybody was like he might just win a championship if he gets a good car. So it's not even about the age. It's just like George का time कब.
Sometimes the odds are stacked way too much against you you know, to do a good race or for a good year even. A lot of things comes into play when you're driving. You're not just driving your car. You have to play tactical things while you're driving at like 300 kilometers per hour. Meanwhile, there are more drivers on the track. So
It is
yeah,
what it is.
it is what it is.
And also, like now the European, circuits are coming up, and if we can remember, Kimi wasn't able to perform on European circuits really well last year because of the,
Because of certain chemical in the food
yeah,
that was banned at some places. Yeah.
yeah,
Monaco, by the way, has that substance banned
yeah, the titanium
in
dioxide.
food, in food and every beverages.
So let's see if that thing is a kind of a real fact or a myth. We will get to know in upcoming races once.
Yeah. Piastri did get a penalty. Piastri got a penalty for, I think, Alex, for like quite literally, yeah, he did get a penalty. I think so. Let me check.
There was this one thing, Lando updated his Instagram account, a bio. अब शायद नहीं है वो, but it said like you are a world champion. Me to the mirror this morning. The man is so full of himself.
He's traumatized so bad that he's like writing affirmations on his Instagram account that, I have been a world champion.
World champion.
Yeah, Oscar Piastri did get a penalty for uh after he locked his front brakes and collided with Williams's Alex Albon at the hairpin, turn 10.
Oh,
Basically, yeah, this it was almost like a T kind of a crash.
crash.
There was a hairpin, and then Oscar quite literally barged into Alex Albon's wheel, and he went out of the race. So that's why he got a 10-second penalty.
The perks of driving alongside a world champion is that you might end up crashing into a driver in another driver out of frustration.
Yeah. Also, we have more stats and facts about our takes on the sprint and on the race on our Instagram account. If you want to check out, there are like 2 slides each, and it's quite precise, quite concise, so you can check that out.
Yeah, for the data nerds and for those who
Yeah.
really like, knowing the nitty-gritties of what is happening on the track, apart from the gossip and the usual leads. And I think so. This is the moment that we come to an end of. I know we did not really discussed about any other drivers in this episode because the drama was so much. The mi- and
There was too much drama, honestly.
the telecast was also not, at par. There were a lot of moments that were missed out of race this time also. पता नहीं क्या
There
दिखा रहे थे
definitely
वो.
there definitely was. There definitely was.
So this is it from us today, guys, and probably we'll do a Monaco predictions video as well. Till then, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such F1 related updates, and follow us on Instagram and Spotify. We also post a lot of quality content there. Till then, bye bye. Take care.